Out here, wanted to sit in my rocking chairs and just look down at a grateful NFC East universe. They should be grateful to have us. But the Philadelphia Eagles are doing what they're supposed to be doing. In case you've been hiding under a rock, the Philadelphia Eagles just traded for Josiah Scott from, I believe it was the Jacksonville Jaguars. We traded a cornerback. We get back Josiah Scott, former Michigan State cornerback, somewhere around 5'8" or something like that. But dude could play. Dude could play. He could play. He is a tackling, route jumping, not too afraid of the moment. Just one of them guys, man. Just a guy that we need on the roster. We need corners, and I feel like what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing right now at this point, they're listening to the coaches. There would be no way in the world we would be out here searching for a guy, basically dwelling on the practice squad of a trash team like the Jags if we didn't think our coach could mold them. So let's be optimistic about how our coach is approaching this. Let's look at this from a different angle this year. Let's look at this differently. Our coach is telling Howie about guys who he thinks he can mold. Obviously. And Josiah looked like one of them guys, man. He looked like one of them guys, man. I'm not knocking nobody until I see him play on the field. I'm not doing it this year. We got a new coaching staff. Everything's brand new. And I think our coaching staff believes that this is a kid that they can mold. 7 picks during the 3-year college career. That's not bad. He has forced fumbles on his resume. He's not afraid to tackle. We need a guy like that, man. I think he could be a better version of Jalen. He could be a better version of the Green Goblin. He could be a better version of the Green Goblin. He got the tackling down pat, but the route jumping ability that he is displaying is just bar none. Check him out if you don't believe me, man. But this is a guy that you could be excited about. His tape, I'll put it to you like this. Now, we drafted Zach McPherson, but Josiah has more impressive tape out there on him. He got more impressive tape out there on him. So check him out, man. I think this is a move that makes sense, and I think all parties would agree that this is that this was probably one of the best things for the franchise right now. I'm excited about it, man. Fly Eagles fly. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, the hurt season hats are just jumping out of the gym. I don't even know how much longer they're going to be available. So make sure you click the link, get your dad hat, your snapback. I've been rocking the dad hat a lot lately, man. I like how it fit. Make sure you go ahead and do that. And also check out the Devontae Smith rock, paper, scissors shirt. That's also, becoming a staple in the Philadelphia area. Shout out to all y'all for all your love and support. And also, man, big Manscaped. Listen, man, Lawnmower 4.0. This is the best trimmer for male grooming that I've ever used. No cap. Like, go ahead and check this stuff out, man. And as far as Manscaped, they got so many other products that can help today's man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a good look for every man to make sure the grass is trimmed before she come play on the field. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, man. Shout out to Manscaped, man. Use code Brunson, get yourself 20% off, and that 20% off, I'll fall for that for y'all. So listen, man. Let's get into the meat and potatoes real quick, man. Do we fully understand what the signing of a one Ryan Kerrigan really means? First of all, let's state the obvious. In my opinion, bringing in Ryan Kerrigan on a 1-year deal, a guy who still got a lot left, who could go to a contender. He could have went to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I think he opted out of the Bengals. They were also, obviously he opted out of the Pittsburgh and Bengals, but Pittsburgh seems like a team that you could argue that's close enough to get into a Super Bowl. Why did he decide to come to the Philadelphia Eagles? I have no idea. It shocks me to this day. But the Philadelphia Eagles, even pursuing a guy like this who could definitely go help out a contender, lets me know that this is not no rebuild year for us. We're going out there to win football games. Period. I don't have to run around with conspiracies and things other people have to do. All I have to do is watch patterns and look at what's happening. They don't believe in Jalen Hurts, well, they passed on Justin Fields. A rebuild year where they just signed Ryan Kerrigan. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what this really means. Now I get confused about which defensive scheme we're going to run, whether it be a 3-4 or a 4-3. We've been kind of a 4-3 team for the longest, but I'm hoping and praying that can change to a 3-4 because I believe that's in our best interest. It's in our best interest. Having a 3-4 defense, I think, works with us with the addition of Ryan Kerrigan, because we would have those three down linemen. We would have, Fletcher Cox, obviously in the middle at the nose tackle starting. We would have on the edge, we would have Brandon Graham. You know what I'm saying? And we would have Derek Barnett. 4-3 also works well with us as well, because if you decide to double, you know what I'm saying, Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave should, in theory, be able to beat his one-on-one matchup. But 3-4 is not something to sneeze at. 3-4 runs 4 linebackers, and Ryan Kerrigan would be the blitzing linebacker in the 3-4 defense for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ryan Kerrigan has had an amazing career. I mean, Ryan Kerrigan is a stud. Ryan Kerrigan, some would say, has a Hall of Fame resume. A lot of people like to laugh at the notion of just pure facts when you're talking about guys and what they bring to the table, but Ryan Kerrigan brings a lot. He brings a lot. Last year he played all 16 games, man. But he had a career, he had a career low in playing time. You know what I'm saying? He only played 38% of the snaps, but he recorded 5.5 sacks. That production only on 38% lets me know that he's fresh. He didn't play a lot, and he still was able to produce. I'm not mad at that. And also, last year was his first year in the 4-3 defense. They changed up things to cater what Ron likes to do over there. So I'm not mad at the numbers. I'm not mad at the age. The first thing people are going to tell us is that he's old, including the majority of our fan base. But Brandon Graham, I think, is a year older. Brandon Graham maybe has 60-something sacks, 50-something sacks. Ryan Kerrigan, I think, is a year younger or a year older, something like that, than Brandon Graham. And Ryan Kerrigan is the sack leader in franchise history for the Washington football team. But with like 97 sacks, 94, 95.5, something like that. Ryan Kerrigan has 1 sack less than Warren Sapp. 1 sack less than Warren Sapp. It's just Ryan Kerrigan also leads that franchise in forced fumbles. So if a Washington football team fan comes to you and tell you that this ain't a good pickup, they lying. If anybody comes and tell you that it's not a good pickup, they lying. Ryan Kerrigan coming to play with this young defense means a lot. They should be able to learn things about preparation. Again, this is a guy who played every game the last 8 years. You know what I'm saying? They should learn a thing or two about, conducting themselves on and off the field. Never heard nothing crazy about Ryan Kerrigan. Never. I don't think there's a player in NFL history that has more interdivisional sacks than Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan has sacked the Philadelphia Eagles 13 times, and I think it was 12 times for the other teams. And now he's going back into the division to sack the Redskins now, to increase that number. Ryan Kerrigan's resume is impeccable. It's impeccable. Think about it like this. Everybody's praising Chase Young, right? And this is not a knock to Chase Young at all. These are just facts. Everybody's praising Chase Young for his 7.5 sack season, his 4 forced fumbles. You know what I'm saying? Just like they said he was the one. He was the one. He's the one. Defensive player of the year, all of that stuff. Deserving. It's deserving that he gets the praise that he's getting. But I'm telling you that seasons like that as rookies have happened before. It's the facts. People don't want to hear the truth and the facts. That's not the first time we saw somebody do that on the defensive side of the ball. A pass rusher. It's not the first time. But they'll make excuses for it. Ryan Kerrigan did the same thing his rookie year. 7.5 sacks. 4 forced fumbles. Oh, and a touchdown. An interception, I think. Come on. Chase Young had 30 solo tackles. I think Ryan Kerrigan had 11 more his rookie year, 41. Ryan Kerrigan is good. He's good. And people hate. This is what people really don't like. People don't like this statement that I made about Ryan Kerrigan and Chase Young. I said that Chase Young could be considered lucky to have the type of career that Ryan Kerrigan had. How is that a knock to Chase Young's ability? Do you understand? Ryan Kerrigan leads that franchise in sacks. Ryan Kerrigan also leads that franchise in forced fumbles. In order for Chase Young to be what everybody wants him to be and everybody thinks he's going to be, he got to shatter them two records. That's not easy. Period. That's not easy to do. You want to know why Ryan Kerrigan didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year? Because he came in the same draft class with Von Miller, who had 11 sacks as a rookie, I believe. I think he came, you know what I mean? He came into the same draft class with some people. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Chase Young didn't, but if what Chase Young did is worthy of Defensive Rookie of the Year, so be it. Ryan Kerrigan had a season identical. I think Ryan Kerrigan's rookie season was better than Chase Young's. I compared the two simply because of the team that they were on, and just to speak volumes of the professional that Ryan Kerrigan has been, you know what I'm saying, his whole career. We feared him as Eagles fans. We did. So Ryan Kerrigan definitely brings something to the table for these young players of ours. Ryan Kerrigan, the signing is, I almost can't even believe it happened. I'm not looking for Ryan Kerrigan to come in here and get 10 sacks. I'm not looking for it. But I will challenge anybody that says he's done, he's too old. Brandon Graham just went to the Pro Bowl at 33, 32 years old. Brandon Graham just recorded a 10-sack season. It's never too late for these pass rushers, especially ones who have the conditioning that Ryan Kerrigan has. I love it. I love the move. I love the move. I love it. Can't wait for the season to start. Now let's talk about this word generational talent. Let's talk about it. I don't like the word generational talent. I got to be clear and I got to be precise about this. I don't like the word generation. Well, I like the word. I just feel like the word gets thrown around too loosely. It gets thrown around way too loosely. Anybody who does something amazing in college, we have to say that they're a generational talent. When historically, once you label somebody that, it's a high chance that they won't pan out to be that. These precedences and these expectations that you're putting on players to be all-time greats coming out of college is just unfair. It's unfair to me. It's unfair to me. You have people that think Chase Young is already a surefire Hall of Famer. You have people that feel the same way about Kyle Pitts. I think the last few generational talents that the NFL got right were Adrian Peterson, Calvin Johnson, Khalil Mack, Michael Thomas. They missed on so many more. They missed on Tom Brady, who is a generational talent, whether you like it or not. They missed on Patrick Mahomes. They missed on Travis Kelce, who was drafted in the 3rd round, I believe. They missed on George Kittle, who was drafted in the 5th round. They missed on Devontae Adams. They missed on Aaron Rodgers. They missed on Randy Moss. You know what I mean? And I say they missed on Randy Moss simply because Randy Moss, I know Randy Moss went in the 1st round, I think about the 21st pick, but Randy Moss wasn't the first wide receiver off the board in his draft class. So yeah, they missed on Randy Moss. They missed on DK Metcalf. A whole round went by. And a guy as explosive as DK Metcalf, you know what I'm saying, stayed on the board. They missed on Justin Jefferson. They missed on Tyreek Hill. They missed on Russell Wilson. Now, these are some of the guys that I believe the NFL is already claiming to be generational talents, but I think you got to sit and wait and see. You got to wait and see. Saquon Barkley already had an ACL injury. If you're not on the field, you can't be a generational talent, right? But he definitely has the potential. He has the potential. Chase Young, they're already saying he's going to be a generational talent. Kyle Pitts, they're already claiming it to be so. Trevor Lawrence, they're already claiming it to be so. I'm here to tell you that the facts of the matter is that all of those players will not pan out. It's almost guaranteed. Out of all of these guys that they're now saying are going to be generational talents, you can't count on every one of them panning out like that when the league has just a rate of missing out on it. Why are we not calling Justin Jefferson a generational talent at this point? Why? I go back to the Chase Young season. A lot of defensive ends have done that. 7 sacks their rookie year, couple forced fumbles. A lot of them have done that. How many guys have had a Justin Jefferson season? How many guys have done that as a rookie? Randy Moss is the only one. And Justin Jefferson, they're the only ones who did that. So I challenge you all to just think outside the box when you're calling guys generational talents. Now me, I'm a guy who wishes the best for every athlete. I want them all to be good. But I'm also a guy who understands that I just simply cannot. I cannot follow a herd of sheep into the butcher's block. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not even logical to think that everybody that they claim is going to be a generational talent is going to be a generational talent. I stand on this. Chase Young can absolutely be a generational talent, but he also has to hope to have the type of career that Ryan Kerrigan had with the Washington football team. He has to hope. He has to pray. He has to work hard. He has to work hard. And he's a hard worker. I like his work ethic. He's a beast. He's a physical specimen, I believe. But the work and the results have to match on the field if you plan on passing that sack record and if you plan on passing that forced fumble record. The work has to be done, not just what we think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I hope this message didn't go over your heads. I hope it didn't. I'm just trying to spread a little logic. I'm trying to give you a little insight on the way that my gears run in my head in terms of, what everybody else has to say about generational talents and players like this. The Ryan Kerrigan move was brilliant. I can't wait to see how it pans out on the field. I'm getting more and more excited about the season. Let me know what you think in the comments.